Hello, welcome to One Message in a Bottle Tarot. This is really just going to be a live test run. I wasn't planning on doing any readings, but figured why not? Check the energy, see what's going on. I can tell you a lot of what's been going on is definitely battle of wills and agenda. You know, you just might be fighting for the right to take up your own space in this world, right? Fighting for your place. Fighting to stand firmly on your own 2 feet. To assert yourself. To break patterns of the past, programs of the past. A lot of relationships shakeups since the turn of the year. I mean, geez, we're only like, 22 days into it, and it's just been a lot. Let's see. So, first card that came out is the 7 of Cups. So there may be a choice that you have to make, right? Maybe a choice of direction, choice of career, choices in love, lots and lots of choices. But choices are good because choices mean options, right? Options are always good. So what are we going to do? Which is the right way? Which is the wrong way? Well, if you look at these different cups, they're filled with lots of different things. So this tells me that whatever choice that you make, take your time, weigh out all the options, and most importantly, you want to be using discernment in the next couple of weeks coming up. The next card is the 4 of Pentacles. What will you hold on to? What will you let go of? What's most important to you? What's the center of your world? What guides you? And what keeps you grounded? What keeps you planted? Again, choices, standing firm in your decisions, and being centered about them. Maybe you have some new opportunities on the horizon, and you really have to make a decision. Are you going to hold on to those ideals that you've always had? Or are you willing to let Spirit guide you into trying something new? A new direction. Whichever way you decide to go, you can definitely trust in yourself and trust in Spirit to keep you grounded, planted, with sure footing. A lot of shakeups going on. And I have a feeling that, maybe a lot of people were caught off guard. And there's nothing wrong with breaking traditions and patterns. Things can't always stay the same. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with change. And a lot of times that's when we resist it. That's when things kind of get murky. Especially when you're making a change for yourself and you're surrounded by people that are used to you doing, things the way they've always been. You're not going to be happy about these new changes, these new assertions that you're making in your life, but they must be made because at the end of the day, you only got one life to live, and it is your own, no matter how many people try to take ownership of it. Again, we have the Five of Cups. 3 are on the ground, and 2 are standing. So you're definitely leaving some things behind. You're making choices, and you're standing on them, being firm about them. But that doesn't mean that there isn't mourning involved in leaving things behind and letting things go and watching things crumble, fall apart. Maybe things that you always would thought would be there your whole life. You make plans and God kind of laughs at them. But all is not lost. Still got 2 cups there. That which is loyal, that which is true, that which has stood the test of time. You take those things, those people, those places, you take those with you when you go off into this new land. But again, discernment is key. But if you're holding too tightly onto some things, they may be preventing you from moving forward. So now is definitely the time for you to make that decision to let go, say your piece, and move forward. What happens when you finally let go? Yeah, the world is your oyster. Yes, it is. The world is yours. What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Once you let go of those things that are weighing you down, then Spirit is ready to take you on an adventure. An adventure to where you'll watch the whole world open up unto you and for you. And I'm really happy for you. It's a brave thing to make tough decisions. It's a brave thing to take new directions. It's a brave thing to decide to go left instead of going right, or going right instead of going left, or to do all those things that people say that you can't do, all those things that maybe you're afraid of, that you've been doubting yourself on. But you've definitely got it in you. And you know what? Spirit supports you. The world supports you. So once that time of mourning is over with, and you've made peace with those things of the past, those things that you're leaving behind, get ready. The world is waiting for you. Let's see, how many cards is that? It's 4. How many should we pull? For some reason, I like the number 7. It's a lucky number to me. But we'll see. It kind of seems like a complete message, yes? I don't know. Oh, the Queen of Cups. You have such a kind heart. You're so giving. You're so honest and transparent Others can look to you for wisdom. You can be trusted. You take care of those around you. But you see how she's looking at that cup? You have to be careful who you pour into. You have to use discernment. Everybody can't handle what you have to give, and some people will abuse it. So discernment is key. You see the waters, the waves, they're at her feet. Yes, she has feelings, but she keeps things in the proper perspective. She's examining the cup. Examine all cups that are given to you. What does your heart say? What does your intuition say? You can always trust yourself and make sure whatever cup is handed to you, it has your best intentions at heart. But take your time. All right, it's card number 5. Let's see. Ooh. Three of Swords. In matters of the heart, has no place for drama. All right? No place for, this outside influences. You see that middle sword? Standing firm. And those two are the swords on the outside. They're bringing all that negative energy to that center sword there. So a lot of times you got to cut off the riffraff. You got to cut off the baggage. You got to cut off the drama. And if it's not part of who you are as a person innately, if it's not bringing you joy, if it's not bringing you peace, if it's disrupting your peace, you have to make a decision if it's worth it. And 9 times out of 10, if it's bringing all of this, it's not worth it. Everything has its time. Everything has its place. And where you're going, this, you don't have time for. It's unnecessary. Sometimes the best, right, and true thing to do for yourself, for your mental health, for your sanity, is to remove yourself and leave the 2 swords to fight it out without you. You don't belong in the middle of any unnecessary drama, whether it's from friends, whether it's from family, whether it's from co-workers, whether it's from exes or potentials or non-mentionables. If you don't want to be in it, get out of it. It just seems like so many people are determined to bring everything from last year and the year before, all this luggage, into this new year. And it's time out for that. It really is. And it's making it so challenging for people that have been dedicated for change, that have been dedicated to ascension. Right? And you have all these others that are just refusing to grow, and they want to drag you down with them. And so this is really the time where you just really have to assert yourself and set firm boundaries and say, look, this isn't my shit. This isn't my baggage. These aren't my problems. And I'm not going to let you assign me to them. All right? In matters of love and matters of heart, if it's broke, let it break. Everything ain't meant to be fixed. Know your worth in 2020. Please know your worth. Okay? There's somebody out there who's just for you, who's all about you. You don't have to sit, you don't have to wait and for this and that or for this and that to be cleared up. There's somebody for everybody. There's uncomplicated love out there. I'm sure of it. Doesn't seem like it. Social media doesn't make it seem like it because, everybody's just thirsty just for drama and headache. And it's just like, gosh, who has the time? Why do we have the time for that? No, there is uncomplicated, real, adventurous, juicy, vibrant, gosh, relaxing, just happy, flowing, like love, friendship out there. Like there's some real ones out there, and so you just gotta make your way, going about your way, doing your thing, and the real ones will find you. But they won't find you if you have all this baggage attached to you, all these things that don't belong with you. Unless you love drama, unless you love, side pieces and everything that comes with all that stuff. If you love that, you like it, I love it. I don't. I don't. Um, Mental health is just not worth it. You know what I mean? And like I said, 2020, we just deserve so much more. And if we have the patience and the tenacity to call it in and set your attentions, self-care is the best love. And self-care and loving yourself, that attracts the real thing. That attracts the real people that will see your worth and won't try to saddle you with bullshit, won't try to convince you to, sit around and deal with bullshit that they refuse to take care of, right? You don't deserve that. So if it doesn't belong to you, backs don't belong to you, set them bitches down, okay? And go on about your way, All separation isn't beef. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like, hey, I see you got a lot going on there. I'll meet you in the middle. And if it's meant to be, what do they say? It'll be. And if it's not, then it's not. And that's okay too. All right. Last card. Oh, 9 of Swords. Yes. It's been rough, right? It's been some headaches, some annoyances. You're up late at night. You're worried about some things. Maybe worried about the future. Maybe worried about projects. Maybe worried about where to go. Who are you going to be with? This and that. Doing the right thing. That's what this is to me right now with this energy. Maybe especially in the world. Is, am I doing the right thing, making the right decision? I want to do the right thing. I want to make the right decision. And you will. You will. Just got to trust yourself, believe in your own intuition. And those swords, you can remove them one by one. You don't have to take them with you. All right? You see that bed? It's covered in roses. And you can lay in a bed of roses. Roses do have thorns, but they smell good too. Roses have boundaries. That's why they have those thorns, right? You could be so sweet and so smelling good and beautiful to look at, soft to touch, but you also have those thorns. This tells me that you need to set up some firm boundaries with people in your life, in your circle, and stick by them. And once you do, you'll be resting better. And whether you know it or not, believe it or not, you're on the right track. It may be rough, it may, take some getting used to, when you kind of assert yourself and these new things called standards, right? It's kind of uncomfortable and makes everyone around you uncomfortable, and maybe even be a lot of gaslighting going on, but you know what you know, and you said what you said, right? So try not to stay up at night worrying or fretting about it. You know, do what you need to do. Go back into self-care mode. Go back into hermit mode, taking care of yourself. You know, take your melatonin. You know, drink your tea at night. You know what I mean? Listen to some music, fall asleep to a good movie on Netflix, light some candles. See, we got that sage burning in the background. You know, you can always reset and ground yourself. You don't have to sit up and worry over needless stuff, right? Always know what energy is yours and what energy other people are trying to project on you. Because a lot of times when we're up like this, it's from other energies from outside that we've taken on that are not even ours. So again, that discernment and that intuition is key, right? And we don't want to leave it on this card, right? So maybe I'll just pull another card. Eight. Eight's a good number too. That's like infinity. Let's see. Maybe I will split the deck and Spirit give us a good card from my conscious collective. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah. Stand your ground. Leave the drama behind. You see that girl in white standing in the middle, defending herself against all that negativity? That's you right now, standing strong, standing tall, 10 toes, right? What did we say earlier? You said what you said, and you meant what you said, right? And you're going in that new direction. Because again, if you remember, where's the card? The world is waiting for you. And there are going to be people trying to pull you back down to their level, right? Because they don't want to ascend. They see you glowing up. They see you doing your thing. And they're like, hey, stay down here with me. Be miserable with me. Be filled with drama with me. Be negative with me. You know? And you're like, no, I'm going to move on for this mess. So this is you swinging hard at their mess. And she's got her mask on, right? Her little white mask. I'm not smelling this bullshit anymore. You're not going to whiff bullshit in front of my nose and tell me it's roses. It's not roses. This is bullshit, and I'm moving on. So what is she saying? She's saying back the fuck up. That's what you're going to have to do. You may have to assert yourself. All right? Stand up for yourself. Because what and why? The world is waiting for you. The world is your oyster. It's your time. It's your turn. And I'm excited for you. I'm proud of you. All right? I'm going to try and figure out how to save this live. But otherwise, there will be more messages later on in the week, more readings. I hope that you're enjoying more messaging about Otero. For a love donation, please head to my bio. I really appreciate it. And like, share, and subscribe. And it's Wednesday, so I got a few more days to the weekend. Kick ass. Take names. It's your time.